Hey guys, and welcome to another episode in my Trove news series. In this series, I bring you all the information that Trion themselves give us, and I give it to you guys in one easy video with all main points put together. Now, this week actually is a little bit of a positive news video. There has not been a positive news video in a very long time, so hopefully this can continue. So, starting out, they showed off the new UI again, but this time in-game. It looks a million times better than it did in the screenshot, because I think in the screenshot they turned the UI scaling all the way up so you can see the UI in more detail. But now that it's in-game and fit to scale, it looks a little bit better. The top left is still useless. I don't understand why they need to put that information onto the screen when it doesn't need to be there. But it's a little bit smaller, so it's a little bit better. I will still always call it useless because that's what it is. It's to appease being lazy, which I don't understand in a video game because it's a keystroke. It's not like you have to go through a process to find your power rank or anything like that. But still, it looks a little better. Overall, I enjoy it more than the current UI because the bottom left is a little bit cleaner. The top left is, I guess, cleaner, but it replaced the messiness with a useless thing. But, I mean, I guess it's semi-useful. Oh, well. I just have to get over it. And then the top right, I really enjoy that tone bar because that is something that I can agree to put onto the screen. Even though you could just press C and hover over your tone, the fact that their tooltips are broken, it makes having a bar on screen a lot better. Just because their tooltips are broken. Maybe if they fix that, then I might have complaints about it. But overall, it's just a better UI. I'm going to say that it looks a lot better than the current UI, at least. And even though the top left is still, useless. So moving on. They listened, guys. They listened to our cries. I don't know if I was the only one, but I pushed this so hard. The fact that the contests were pay to win, they were broken, they weren't actually contests, and they fixed it. So thank you, Trion, for actually listening. It seems like they're really diving into the YouTube community side of things, at least, because, of the past couple of videos, they've been listening to what we've had to say. And it looks like they're applying that to contests. Now, contests are, I'm going to call them being fixed because there's not going to be a number 1 spot. There's not going to be a top 10 spot. There's not going to be a top 100 spot. The highest spot is going to be 250 plus. So if you are ranked 250 plus, you're going to get the number 1 spot. So that is the Pegasus. Yes, it makes the Pegasus a little bit more accessible for more players. But if you're going to complain about that, then you're just being arrogant because you are never going to get that Pegasus in the first place. Let's be honest, because you're not paying money for the game. Like, all the top classes right now, you could not be a top class in the ranking system currently this week's contest because, or if you did not buy the Mantle of Power Head Start Edition. Meaning, if you didn't pay real money, you have zero chance to be that top spot. And that's why I complained about it, and that's why they are fixing it. So now it's going to be, 250 plus, 1,000 plus, 2,500 plus, and like 25,000 plus. Not obviously accurate. That's just, what I've noticed. They're also going to have the bottom 2 ranks be contribution points. So kind of like how the weekly contest is. It says like score at the very bottom. If you score 50 points, you get that bottom reward. You don't have to rank. You just need to score. That's going to be the bottom 2 rewards. It's going to be, contribution points. You have to, at most, contribute to those ones. Again, it's not going to apply to power rank because you can't contribute to your power rank in the way that you can go out and do quests, but that's just how they're going to do it, and it is a much better system. It reduces the amount of pay to win that applies to a actual rewarded leaderboard. Like, that's kind of competitive nature that you're allowing people to buy, which is what this week's contests were. That's why I complained about them, and they're fixing it. Whatever. I'm reiterating what I've already said. They're becoming good again. Hopefully. Let's see if it flops. Hopefully it doesn't. It seems good. Next up, this is just a little side note. I felt like adding it because I wanted to talk about it a little bit. And they're adding audio to the Dobomancer costume, I think it's called. The Dobomancer? I don't know. It's the dubstep Chloromancer costume. And they're giving it audio. And the reason why I want to talk about this because it's actually kind of cool. I wish they would do this to all costumes. It makes costumes more unique than just visual, because when somebody has a cool costume like the Dobomancer, you're not going to notice really in all of the visual effects and everything exploding, especially when a Chloromancer is there, because the Chloromancer just fills the screen with pollen and all that. and it makes it so you know when there's a double mancer near you. Hopefully they can apply it to like the turtle, what's called Dracolite costume, and then you know when that guy is near, and it makes you, the person having the costume, feel a little bit better. And I think that's just a very fun, cool idea. It makes the costumes more unique, and I wish they would do this to more costumes. Hopefully they'll do it moving forward, and hopefully they'll go back and reiterate on to existing costumes. That's most likely not going to happen because it's just not a Trion thing, but most developers don't like going back and redoing what they've already done, so I don't expect it, but I wish they would. It'd be a cool little idea, which makes the game a little bit more fun. And that's what this game is about. It's about having fun. It's a children's game. And the last thing that they showed off, which again is a cool idea. I do expect it to get boring after a while, but at first it'll be cool. And they're adding a new layer type, and these are going to be called forts. And you can only find them in the primordial worlds, including the lava one, the water one, and the sky one. These are going to be kind of mini game type things, but they're just kind of all the same a little bit. They have a little variation in between them, and obviously they're going to add more in the future like they do with dungeons. They're probably going to have player made ones as well. But basically they're turret protected forts. You can only damage the turrets with a vehicle that has a destructible cannon. So your boat or your dragon, if you're in the sky realm, you have to use your dragon. If you're in the drowned worlds, you have to use your boat. If you're in the lava one, you have to use a lava boat to be able to destroy these turrets that are protecting this fort. And then there is going to be colored trigger blocks all around the fort in different variations depending on the fort's variation itself. And you will trigger these, I believe they said with the cannon also, but I don't 100% remember. I do believe it is with like your cannon or your dragonfire. And basically you trigger these trigger blocks to be able to search for the heart of the fort. And then you destroy the heart of the fort again with your vehicle cannon, and then you can complete the quest. And again, it's just a new type of mini game, dungeon type thing. There's no NPCs. I don't know how much experience you're gonna get from this, but it's just something new. I do expect it to get a little tedious and monotonous over time because it takes a bit more effort than a normal dungeon. But you can always skip over them. You can't really complain about something that's new when you could just skip over it in the first place. So I have no complaints over it. I'll definitely be looking forward to trying to complete them. It takes a couple seconds or a couple minutes at most, but still it's something new, which is good. And that is pretty much all they discussed for the future of Trove in the next coming weeks. And again, I did not have anything negative to say, right? Of course, I'm going to criticize the top left of the UI. I will always do that because it's the same thing as criticizing the bottom left of the UI in the current version. I'm always going to criticize that, and that's why they're fixing it. And the same thing with top left. It's useless information, but overall, it seems pretty good. Again, nothing really to address the pay-to-winness besides the contest, which was amazing. Thank you for listening, Trion. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.